Welcome to Meet SRU Faculty. I'm Alyssa and my guest joins me today from the business department. Not only is he a business professor, but he also owns his own business and helps others own their own businesses as well. Dr. John Golden is here today to talk about all of these accomplishments. Thank you very much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. So you taught at CalU for almost 20 years. Why did you choose to come to SRU, and was it 2006?
Yeah, I believe it was, I started here in fall 2006, so
Okay.
I actually taught at CalU a little over 20 years. It was
Oh,
from
wow.
fall of 1982 through 2005.
Okay.
All right, and I came here because I had a chance. I was invited here to fill in a position in the School of Business, and once I got here, I noticed there was a great culture of learning here that I hadn't experienced anywhere else, and it seemed like a natural fit for me. So I was glad to come here, and I'm glad they had me here.
Right,
Yeah.
great. So you're the Director of Projects and Outreach of the Sustainable Enterprise Accelerator, which you call SEA.
Yes.
Tell me about what SEA is.
Yeah, I'd like to tell you a lot about C. The Sustainable Enterprise Accelerator, what we do is we work on a couple different levels. On the very basic levels, what we do is we help students start new businesses. So if any student on campus from any major has an idea about starting a new business, we're the place people to come see. What we do is we use our expertise from our faculty and others and our resources on campus to help the student get started.
Right.
And in addition to that, what we do is we also help people from the community who are interested in starting businesses. And so we help them with what resources we have on campus. And we have students get involved with the community entrepreneurs. So even if a student doesn't have an idea for a business himself or herself, they can learn entrepreneurial skills by helping a community entrepreneur help them start their business, right? So they get to sort of learn to shave on their beards.
Yeah.
To use that metaphor.
Yeah.
And then finally, what well, if they're existing businesses and they're already going, but they have a new idea that they want to try, we again will help them with that. And we are also charged with helping to develop the regional economy, right?
Okay.
So the more businesses we start, the more people get employed, the more taxes that are paid, the better the region grows, the better off we all are. So that's sort of what we do.
Yeah, definitely. You kind of make, the world a better place in a way in terms of the business and economy.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So you have student interns for C. Explain to me what your students do.
Well, they do everything. We involve our students in everything we do. So whether it's about starting a business, about helping somebody else start a new business, about existing companies, what the students do is they are involved in every aspect of what the SEA does. But probably more importantly are the skill sets that students pick up.
Right.
And if you want to hear a little bit more about my philosophy about that, I'd be glad to share it with you.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Would you?
Yeah, elaborate.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right, I call this the golden paradox.
Okay.
Okay. And so, if you think about it, what we do at the university is we teach people, right?
Right.
All right. That's our primary mission. But if you go out into to businesses and talk to business people, they hire people for jobs, for positions, right? And so right now I think there's a disconnect, if you will, between what we're teaching and what the employers want. Okay. So when I graduated from school, it was enough that if I studied hard and I got good grades, the chances are there would be a job waiting for me, right? Because I did well in school.
Right.
And I learned a lot. That's no longer the case. Today, anybody who is connected to the internet, has a device that connects to the internet, can get knowledge. Okay. So but the skills, so I'm plugged into both areas now, and what I'm learning from employers is it's not enough just to have the knowledge or the information.
Right.
That what they're looking for people who are innovative, who are creative, who are risk takers, who can think critically. And so if you think about maybe some of the classes you have at the university, if all your professors are doing is sort of giving you information that maybe they got when they were in school, or maybe they got now, or that you could pick up yourself off the internet, that's not enough. Nope. So what I'm finding out is that employers are looking for those creative, innovative skills. And I think one of the few places you can get that on this campus is with the SEA.
Okay.
Because what we do is we're all about coming up with new ideas, innovative ideas, reinventing ideas. And so I think students should be lined up outside our door for those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Now, how many interns do you have a year for C?
Or
do you do by semester?
It varies. So recently my position changed from the director of projects and outreach. This is very recent, within the last couple weeks, to managing director.
Okay.
And as managing director, I've decided to increase the number of student interns in the office.
Okay.
So, for example, in the past, we've had maybe 2 or 3 interns and 2 or 3 paid assistants and a paid graduate assistant. Now I'm going to increase the number, actually.
Oh, okay.
And which means, for example, this summer, I'm probably going to have 8 or 10 interns working at the SEA this summer, with probably a like amount in the fall. In the fall, I'll be able to have some paid assistantships and a paid graduate assistantship as well. The other difference that I'm doing is that I understand the importance that employers place on working in teams.
Right.
And so what I'm doing is I am drawing interns and assistants from every discipline across campus. So for example, just as a start this summer, I'll have some interns from the School of Business. I'll have some from communications, emerging technologies. I'll have some from environmental studies and environmental science.
Okay.
And they will be working on cross-disciplinary teams on projects. So in the real world, when you get out, you usually will work on project teams.
Right.
And each person on the team has a complementary skill they bring to try to complete that task.
Yes.
And so this is really good practice at this. And if you have that on your resume, that you worked on a project at a business accelerator with a real business in the region, and you worked on a cross-discipline team, that skill set and that experience will be invaluable. And so what I'm hoping to do then in the fall and then next spring is to actually bring more disciplines in, the arts and education and the other sciences, to work on cross-discipline project teams at the SEA.
Brings them more of a variety.
Exactly.
Of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Very cool.
Yeah.
That's great.
So did I answer your question? I
Yeah,
think I did.
You did.
Yeah,
And
okay.
it's getting more students involved too, like you said, for that experience, that real world experience.
Yeah. And you don't, actually we have projects, so you don't need to be an intern to get the skills. If any student wants to come in and build a resume and build skill sets in creativity and innovation and risk taking, come on down.
Yeah, definitely. Great. All right. So after the break, I'll be talking to Dr. Golden about the different businesses that he is currently working with. Don't go anywhere.
Hi, this is Madison from TNB Naturally in the Library.
Hi, I'm Jamie.
Hello, Mary.
Hi, I'm Lori Martella from the History Department.
Hi, I'm Dr. Marshall from the Communication Department.
Hi, my name's Rita.
My name is Mac Bean.
Hi, my name is Chris Liberty.
I'm Steve Luderin, a student here at Slippery Rock.
Hey, I'm Cody Moody.
And I'm Tim Durr.
You're watching Channel 27.
Channel 27.
Right, you're watching WSRU 27. Channel 27.
And you're watching WSRU TV Channel 27.
Make sure you tune into Channel 27.
And we watch WSRU Channel 27.
And I'm watching WSRU Channel 27.
And you're watching WSRU Channel 27. And I watch WSRU TV Channel 27.
Welcome back, everyone, to Meet SRU Faculty. Sitting here with me today is Business Professor Dr. Golden. All right. So not only can you help people start their own business, you also work with current businesses like the North Country Brewery. Tell me more about this.
Yeah, at the SEA, in order to provide as a real experience as we can for students, what we do is we have clients, business clients from the community who are in the SEA who assist us and we assist them. Mm-hmm. And so we have several of them, and one that's probably pretty well known around Slippery Rock is the North Country Brewery. Bob McCafferty is the owner. And we will be working on projects with North Country Brewery, sustainability projects for his businesses, and for just for the region. Mm-hmm. And so what is unique about this is that we will be having our interns actually partner with his management staff to work on these projects.
Okay.
So we'll be making sort of a combined team of SEA and North Country Brewery management team to work like together on projects. So that's interesting.
Right.
And some of the other ones that we work with, like for example, we work a lot with farmers.
Oh, okay.
All right. So if you're anywhere in the Slippery Rock region, look out your window. Chances are what you're going to see is a farm, right? And so you don't have to go too far. And so these farmers are entrepreneurs.
Right.
Right? And they have product that good locally grown, wholesome, nutritious food. Mm-hmm. And there's a big market in our area, in Pittsburgh, in Youngstown, in Erie. And so what we try to do is we help farmers get their market their product to the local markets in Pittsburgh and those areas.
Right. And
it's sometimes it's a difficult prospect. Mm-hmm. We work with inventors. We work with people who start up food stands. We're for some reason we seem to attract a lot of food entrepreneurs.
Okay.
So we have clients like Renditas Grill, who just opened up a cafe down in Saxonburg, and which is vegan, organic food. We work with on projects that involve merchants associations. So, for example, if a student wanted to learn some entrepreneurial skills or business skills, and they don't want to take the risk of starting their own business, we have ongoing projects with the Slippery Rock Business Association, where we're doing a business sustainability survey for them. We're working on a rebranding project with the Valance Merchants Association over in Valant, with the mill and the dam and Neshannock Creek. So we're working on a project with them. Okay. With the Strip District merchants in Pittsburgh, we partner with them to provide entrepreneurs for the Pittsburgh public market.
Oh, wow.
And we're also consorting with them on the feasibility of a commercial kitchen. We'd like to have one here on campus that complements the one they're building down in the Strip District, and working them in tandem.
Right.
So we have all these ongoing projects and clients that actually students can take advantage of, and they can pick up the skills that they need for when they graduate.
Yeah, definitely. It seems like there's a lot of options
for
the students to gain those experiences.
And you know what? We're open. So like if a student comes in and says, I'll sit down and I'll say, we have this, we have that. And if they say, well, I have my own idea, we welcome your own idea. We'll help you run with your own ideas. In fact, we encourage it.
Yeah, definitely. And you mentioned off camera before that, you know, students work a lot with the social media for the businesses.
So yeah, so here's an example. I think I may have mentioned this to you. So students actually help the community entrepreneurs. I think I told you about a lady who is starting a produce market over in the Zelian-Opal Cranberry area over on 19. And she said, wow, you know I have to get into social media marketing, and I don't know how to set up a Twitter account. I don't know how to set up a Facebook account for a business, and can you help me? Well, she comes in, and actually my interns sit down with her for a couple hours, and they get her all set up. So there's a very cool symbiotic relationship between the interns and the people in the business community. So it's been working out pretty well for us.
Yeah, definitely, because now for most businesses, social media is their main source of marketing.
Yes.
You know, so it's important for a lot of businesses to know how to use it and have those.
Yes. And so what we're planning for the fall, for example, is whatever skills we can't provide in-house, like whatever resources we don't have on campus or from our interns or with our software or whatever resources are needed but we don't have, we're going to bring those onto campus. So we're envisioning a series of workshops for business startups. So it might be something like, it could be something very simple like learning QuickBooks. Or forming a business organization, or social media platforms, or Google Analytics. So it will provide, we'll bring the resources in, we'll have a little workshop set up, so whomever comes will be a modest charge to attend the workshop. And again, it'll be a learning opportunity for everybody. So, yeah,
definitely. So finding jobs right out of college can be difficult. What is your advice to students when it comes to looking for a job?
Okay. So let me get back to Golden's paradox.
Golden's paradox, okay.
So it's been a long time since I've been a student in a college, right? In college, but let me see if I can recreate what's going on now. And so students are studying very hard. They want to do very well. They want to do as best as they can so that when they come out, they have a high QPA, and employers will look at them and say, I'll hire you. But unfortunately, it isn't enough. And the reason it isn't enough is two things. One is that we are in a global economy now. So just having information isn't going to be enough, because chances are, if the job that requires just some knowledge, the employer could probably find somebody somewhere in the world who can do that job more cheaply. Okay. The second thing is that for the lower rung jobs, that many of those jobs, or even some of the more sophisticated jobs, are being displaced by technology. So that if a computer can do what a person does more efficiently, businesses will usually bring in the technology to save costs, to become more competitive in the marketplace. So all of a sudden, a student is sitting there and thinking, well, if I just learn as much as I can and get good grades, that job will be there. But that's not the case. So the global economy and the move towards technology are taking those jobs away. And what is needed is, like I mentioned earlier, employers are looking for students who are creative, innovative, risk takers. And they may or may not be getting those skills in their class. They will at the SEA. If you come down to the SEA, you'll get that. But they may not be getting those in their class. But unfortunately, here's where the paradox comes in. So many students have financial aid. They have student loans. And they say to themselves, I can't afford to take a risk and start my own business. because if it fails, then I won't have the income, and I'll need the income in 6 months to pay my loans.
Right.
And the paradox is, it's that same provincial, traditional thinking that will actually defeat their job search. In other words, by thinking, I can't be a risk taker, I can't be too creative, it's actually self-defeating, because those, that will actually defeat their job search.
Yeah.
So even if you're a student, and even if you're not about starting your own business, you need to come to the SEA, because it's one of the few places you can actually get those skills. You can learn creativity, innovation, risk-taking. Because even if you do land a traditional job, that job won't be there for long unless you can somehow, you'll be asked to reinvent it.
Yes.
Your employer will say, you need to do this in a better, more innovative way. And if if you can't do that, then you'll be out.
Yeah.
A long time ago, we had one little room schoolhouses that were meant to teach people how to read and write for literacy.
Right.
And then we moved into sort of industrial classrooms to help with the industrial economy. And now students get their information differently, and employers require different skill sets. So we have to move away from those old methods and move more toward innovation, creativity, how we get our information.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
So my advice is to students, come down to the SEA, learn how to be creative, learn how to be innovative, learn how to take risks. Because those, learn how to think critically, learn how to reinvent yourself, those are the skills that employers will be looking for.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, all
that's
right.
it.
Well, thank you for joining me again today. It was great having you on the show.
Thank you for having me.
All right.
Thanks.
So that's all for today. Thank you all so much for tuning in. This is actually my last episode of the semester, so I want to thank everyone for watching and being so supportive of this program. I hope everyone has a wonderful summer break, and I'll see you all back in the fall.